The US House of Representatives is conducting an impeachment inquiry against President Donald Trump. A whistleblower accused Trump of trying to bribe Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky during a phone call in July. The Trump administration has denied the accusation, but public hearings began on November 13th.
The devastating testimony corroborated evidence of bribery uncovered in the inquiry, and that the president abused power and violated his oath by threatening to withhold military aid and a White House meeting in exchange for an investigation into his political rival, a clear attempt of the president to give himself the advantage in the 2020 election.
The White House has only released a partial transcript of the conversation. It confirms that Trump asked Zelensky for an investigation into the removal of the Ukrainian Prosecutor General, Viktor Shokin, at the request of then Vice President Joe Biden. At the time, Biden's son, Hunter, was on the board of a Ukrainian oil and gas company being investigated by Shokin. The Republican president says the House's impeachment inquiry is politically motivated as the chamber is controlled by the Democrats.
And nobody's seen anything like it. In the history of our country, there has never been a disgrace like what's going on right now. So you know what? I have the right to speak. I have freedom of speech, just as other people do. But they've taken away the Republicans' rights. And I watched today as certain very talented people wanted to ask questions, and they weren't even allowed to ask questions. Republicans, they weren't allowed to ask questions. It's a very sad thing.
Constitutional experts say the founders of the US made impeaching a president difficult to promote stable government. The impeachment process starts with an inquiry in the House of Representatives. If sufficient evidence of wrongdoing is found, it is put to a vote. That only needs a simple majority to pass. As Democrats currently control the House, Trump's case would likely proceed to a Senate trial. There, at least 2/3 of senators would have to find the president guilty. Unlikely, perhaps, in a Republican-controlled Senate. Only 2 US presidents have been impeached by the House, Andrew Johnson in 1868 and Bill Clinton in 1999. Neither was removed from office by a Senate trial. President Richard Nixon resigned before the House of Representatives could impeach him. With the Senate controlled by Republicans and Trump claiming the so-called witch hunt is helping him in the polls, have Democrats miscalculated the consequences of an impeachment inquiry? Or has the president committed crimes that must be held to account? Adam Pletts, The Newsmakers.